Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Sunday and a great weekend. Well, as you can see from the weather outside, this is about what it looks like, except minus the Aurora Borealis. But yeah, I thought this was like the perfect day to work on this. This is Aurora Borealis by Maydeer that I got, a couple months ago. Maybe a month and a half ago. I don't know. Time just floats. What can I say? So, yeah. It's not what you call real pleasing out there, but it's beautiful. I love all the snow and the way it looks, but I'm not going anywhere. Right now, I looked at the weather before I started, and yeah, it's -5 out there and feels like -15. Yeah. That's Fahrenheit for all y'all. Where it's centigrade, I don't know how to convert that for you, but it's pretty cold. Pretty cold, and it's snowing real fine out there. Oh yeah. Just absolutely ducky. But, I looked at the roads, and it's like it blew part of the night. You could see by the cornices on the edges of my trailer here. Oops. Dagnabbit. Yeah. So there's not a whole lot on the, I've got to get my thimble. Hang on. There's like more on my car and the house, and there's, some on the porch and things that jut out and aren't in the wind part. Oh yeah, it's great. So I won't be going anywhere today. Later this week it's supposed to get almost in the 30s. Yeah. But right now we probably got 4 or 5 inches, and since I swept off the porch for Molly, it's probably gotten another 1/4 of an inch, because it's snowing real fine, and it'll keep this up all day. All day. Yeah. I was going to tell you what color this is. This is, hang on, 799. So I just decided to work on the little orange dots here, and because I wanted to do, do you see the slash lines? Well, let's see, they're more prevalent right here. These slash lines, but it was 310, and I really couldn't bring myself to work on 310 today. No. So I got myself a cup of coffee, and I am just gonna hunker down for the day. Yeah. It's special. Just special out there. So I was watching some floss tube this morning. Okay, what is the problem? Got a little bit of a problem here. Oh, come on. Really? See, I hate when I do that kind of stuff to myself. So, let's see if we can fix that. Well, we got bunches of threads here. If I could just... First, I got to get rid of the thimble, because that won't work for me. So if you make a mistake, just undo your needle and put it somewhere where you can actually find it, because I'm really good at not finding it. What is the problem? There we go. I was pulling the wrong thread. I love when that happens. And then I use my needle. That's why it won't go down. There we go. We're getting there, guys. There always has to be like a backtracking or a frogging episode, so there we go. I was trying to get to that stitch, but it wouldn't budge. There we go. We got it all backed out. So, yeah, I was going to start the winter project, but I realized it's on, sorry, I had to make coffee. Can't live without my coffee. I can live without tea, but I can't live without coffee. Gotta have some coffee. Okay. Get all the fuzzies off the edge. Okay, let's try again. We're going. We're going. Try again. I get too far ahead of myself and get to stitching far too fast. This is an 11 count, by the way. So, yeah. I was so tired yesterday that I laid down and took a 2-hour nap. I have the weirdest dreams when I dream or sleep during the day. I swear. We're just going to get rid of this because it's too far to go, and I feel like I'd use up too much thread. Yeah, I always have strange dreams. I dreamed I was trying to set up a party, and whoever I worked for, I'll call it the boss, they weren't going to be happy unless I had to close the restaurant for 38 to 50 people. And I was wondering how we were ever going to do that and decide on what everybody wanted. Oh yeah, it was great. So I have no idea what prompted that little, we'll call it a nightmare. I kept running back and forth, and holy cow. Too much on my brain, I guess. Stuff. So this morning I watched Jakob from Modern Folk Embroidery. He has a free little pattern for his 10-year anniversary, so you should really check that out. No, I'm not affiliated with Modern Folk Embroidery in any way, but I do love that man's patterns. Yeah. In fact, I haven't worked on Fractor Hex in a while. It's another one of those at a standstill. I mean, the pattern itself is going okay. It's just, I don't know. I haven't decided what I want to do with it. I worked on Night Watch, Midnight Watch, I think that's what it's called, by Blackbird. I love that pattern. So I got a little bit more of the, what do you call it? The border. Oh no, hard words. Done on it. Trying to make it up the side of the pattern. I kind of picked the weird color to use because this orange is scattered everywhere. I don't know. And they're all blues in this thing. Seems like blue and several shades of blue. As you can see from the pattern, there's some browns and some golds, and then there's some pinks up in the Aurora Borealis part. I can hardly wait to start on them trees. They ought to be a real piece of work, and it's pretty confetti heavy. But that's okay. It is 258 by 194. So it's longer than it is, or wider, of course, than it is the other way. So, and the outside, or on the pattern, it says 70 by 55 centimeters. So but that's the length. 55 is 21, almost 21 3/4 by 27. So, but that's the entire piece of canvas. So, not too bad. Not too bad. It's just gonna take a hot moment. I just got so many things going. I just keep rotating these things. But they're all out. I just can't decide what I want to work on first, last, or indifferently. I was just tired last night. I watched 3/4 of that. I'll call it a show because I don't know if it's going to be like something they normally have. Like it's, you know what I mean, like a syndicated thing. But it's called Firefly. I think it's called Firefly Lane. And it's got Katherine Heigl in it. I like her. And yeah, I watched 3/4. I got 2 more episodes to go, so it was on for most of the day. I think there's 10 episodes in the whole thing. So I don't know if it was just like a mini series or what. I have no idea. I don't watch TV. I watched it for the Super Bowl. I'm turning it off, and I don't have to have the TV running all the time for various... Okay, that didn't work. So I lost my needle here. I didn't lose it. I mean, it came out. I don't know where that string came from. I'm trying to get to my little doodad bag. So I guess it's a good thing that I had a good time yesterday, because I won't be going anywhere for today or tomorrow. And then I gotta run to town to... Dang it. Can't do anything with that thimble on my hand. I was talking about Jakob, I'm sorry, from Modern Folk Embroidery. But he's always got such beautiful patterns and such good knowledge of what he does and how he does it. And it kind of makes you want to make your own sampler, But I can't see that happening. I don't know. I get it in my brain, but I don't want to have to graft it out. Hang on, we're trying to move it. And no, I won't be getting back to the dollar store before Thursday of next week. So I don't know. I doubt it. But yeah, he's just so knowledgeable. And he buys antique samplers and can tell you, what it... Let's see, what do you call it? Country of origin? Is that how I want to say it? Things come from and how they look like they're traditional this or that. So that's pretty cool. I swear, I don't know where all these little pieces of thread are coming from. So yeah. We're gonna go down here, because if I can get a hold of this stupid thing. It's kind of stiff, but it's not real thick canvas, so it's really easy to hang on to. And heaven forbid I put this in a Q-snap, because it just won't work for me. I can't hang on to it and stitch at the same time. And yeah, I could probably put it on my, good Lord, on my, what do you call it, lap stand, but not happening. So, yeah, I just resigned myself to stay inside today. It would be the best. The wind's supposed to pick up later, but short of that, yeah. I got out some ham and beans that I'd made out of the freezer. I figured, since it's like freezing cold, it'd be a great day for some soup. And I might even get carried away and make some jalapeno cornbread to go with it. I love cornbread. It doesn't like me, though. It likes to get under my dentures, but I can sure eat it. And I usually take the Jiffy mix and add onions. I don't have any other peppers, though. I usually put red peppers and onion and jalapenos into my cornbread, especially when I'm having it with ham and beans. So, it's good. And my kids, I finally got them to eat cornbread. And they won't eat cornbread unless they've got honey and butter to go on their cornbread. So, takes all kinds. But I just started making jalapeno cornbread, God, about 10 years ago. 10, 15 years ago, something like that. When I decided I could do that. So, and it sounded good. But I've tried several different kinds of cornbread, you know, because they usually have cornbread mixes at the at the grocery store, and I don't like them as well as I like the Jiffy cornbread mix. I've been using Jiffy cornbread mix probably forever, but you know, every once in a while you like change it up or get somebody else's, and it just really wasn't as good as I imagined. And I found I like sweet cornbread. Does that make sense? So I like that sweet and that spicy taste to all go together. So, yeah. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. So we're not cooking really hard today. About the hardest thing I'd make is cornbread today. Just don't feel like it. I might get really carried away and fix I got one package of one of those. Oh, the dough's already made, and you just cut it into squares and make peanut butter cookies. I might do them today. I don't know. So, we'll see. We'll see how much energy I have. See, when it gets cold, I always want to cook. I don't know what that is. But I like to have soup on when it's wintertime. I make more soups in the winter, and of course I make my green chili all the time, and I just missed that other stitch. Did you see that? I just went right past it. Silly, silly girl. So yeah, and I'll make big batches of stuff, you know, like green chili or red chili or hamburger stew or my beef tortilla soup. I wanted to make that this week, but that didn't happen. So I'll just wait. And then, you know, another thing I was really craving was egg drop soup. Oh my gosh, I love egg drop soup. And I don't make it as good as the restaurants, but I can make it if I have to. That sounded really good. So maybe one of these days I'll stop at the Chinese restaurant maybe on Saturday or on Thursday and get a order of some egg drop soup to go. Because it's that time of year. I just love soup. It's a meal in itself, because I fill up my soups when I make them. I make them really hearty, so they're not just broth. But there's just something warming in broth soups. I make more broth soups than I do like creamed soups. The only creamed soup I do make is potato soup. But yeah, no. I like the brothy kind. It's just warm and comforting, and it's easy to fix, and you can just get yourself a bowl of soup. And every once in a while they'll have some of their good bread at the grocery store. The crusty bread type stuff. They get several kinds, and I can't even begin to tell you what the names of them are, but sometimes I like crusty bread, or I just like some warm rolls with it. But it just fills you up, and it sticks to your ribs, you know? There was a time I used to make gazpacho, and I would make like oh, I can't think, not jambalaya, but it was like a creamed corn chowder or something, with a red broth on it that had okra in it, and sometimes some shrimp or something in it. I haven't done that in ages. I wouldn't know where to begin. But I'm not real big on fish stew these days. If I want fish, I like battered fish. So, yeah. My tastes have changed over the years, shall we say. Looking for my thread here. I took one whole strand out, and then I cut it in half, and then I separated it so y'all didn't have to be bored while I was trying to separate the thread. This thread is nice and soft, easy to work with. And this what do you call it? This kit was not too expensive, I was really impressed with Maydeer and Everyday E-Deals pricing. They weren't carried away. I mean, some of them can get just like nuts. I've never ordered a what is that word? Roellis? It's Rollis. Sorry, I'm trying to bring you in closer here. Kits, I've never ordered any of them. I should, just to try them out. And I've never ordered a dimension kit because, hang on, we're just going to move you over just a little bit. Just a little bit. Are you good? Okay. Where am I? A dimensions kit, because back in the beginning, when Borealis, dimensions was, the thing to do. They had all the threads together, and I was like, not about, what is going on? Separating all them damn threads. It just didn't appeal to me at all. It's like, they charge a fortune for the kit, and then they want you to separate your own threads? No, that wasn't happening. Their kits are beautiful. But, I'm sorry, I gotta draw the line. I don't have that much patience. I just want to stitch. I want it to be laid out for me and ready to go. I don't know how I have patience for counted cross stitch when I have to buy my own thread. It's just, sorry, I forgot to turn that down again. I knew there was something else I was going to do. But, no. It's like, make it easy on people. They want to stitch your kits, but, I don't know. It was a little much, and I've seen a couple now that the thread is like glued to some kind of cardboard. That don't even appeal to me, but okay. I don't know. Why did they have to make it so hard? I guess that's what drew me to Joy Sunday and this Maydeer, and I had no idea when I ordered Maydeer or E-Deals, how they were going to be set up, but it seems like more companies are going with having the thread all laid out for you and ready to go. And I don't know. I don't. No. I wasn't about that. Why should I work so hard to do your job? You're the one making the kits. Make it easy for people. I don't know. And another kind I would like to do, those William Morris, we'll call them kits because I don't know that they aren't. We'll call them patterns because I just don't know. Hang on. Bring you down just a little bit. Yeah. It's like, I think, what is her name? Caroline, Off the Grid. I was looking to see where we were at in time. Caroline Off the Grid did one, and she did like she was walking in her house up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, I believe, or in the middle of the hallway, she's got one of those William Morris cross-stitch things. It's just gorgeous, but holy cow. It'd be like Joan Elliott. I mean, in my brain, I'm thinking that, you know. It's full coverage, and that one was a good size, but I know they have them all in different sizes. But I just love that 1900 to 1940 look. Yeah, it just does something for me. I don't know why, but yeah, it just makes you want to hug it. There's no other way to say it. I love that Art Deco look. It's just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Oh, goodness gracious. So I may leave this out, I may put it back, I don't know. I like working on it, but I don't know, other things strike my fancy. I'd love to get to them cabinets over there, because I'm looking at them right now, and they're just, it's like you move in and everything's in its place, and I'm not one of those people to straighten things out like every 6 months. That doesn't happen. I put it up there and we're good to go for the next 10 years, because I use stuff off of the cabinets and stuff. Yeah. But seriously, it's getting on my last nerve. Truly. So it's been adapted and had stuff put up on it and added to and taken away, and it just needs to be fixed, because it's driving me crazy. And I have stuff up there that I didn't even use. It's sad. Ooh, I'm looking right now. I'm like, because up there I have the crumb part of, I was going to make like an apple brown Betty. Oh, love that stuff. Because I bought the apple filling, and I bought a separate box of the, how do you say it? I want to say crutz. No, that's not right. Crust. It looks like it's Swedish or German or something. They make pancake mixes. It's KRUTZ something. Yeah. But they had one for like a brown sugar topping that you would put on the apple stuff. Yeah. Have I done that yet? No. That was before Christmas. It's still up there. I don't know if I thought I was going to take that to my daughter's house for Christmas, or just what was going to happen. I don't know. I get ideas and I get stuff. There's stuff up there to make pineapple upside down cake, for heaven's sake, and I still haven't made that in 2 years. And I got to make, oh God, a small enough batch that, I can't make it in a 13x9 pan. So that's why I only got one thing of the pie filling, because I wasn't going to make too big of a batch. But I like it, and it's always good. I don't have any heavy cream, so we might as well wait until, see, here we go. Might as well wait until next week to do that, or this week, because I have to get to the grocery store, because I can't have that without heavy cream. I like heavy cream on like hot apple pie or peach pie. Yeah, I can put heavy cream on just about anything. But it's not like I was going to make whipped cream. I just pour the cream itself over it and add a little bit of sugar. Now, the apple stuff would need sugar, but sometimes I do that to pies. When you're just not real sure about what apples were made. Let me back it out a little bit. So, yeah. I don't know. So much to do, but that's a good thing for the winter. And another thing I like to make is Blackberry Cobbler. Oh my gosh, I love Blackberry Cobbler. When I lived in Kansas, this lady, she had a house in town, but she also owned family land and stuff where they, they had a house and everybody lived in the country in the old days. Not the old days, well, back in when her parents were alive. And she was probably 10 years older than I was. But the house was still standing. But they had blackberry patches. And she would go out there and pick the blackberries and stuff. Oh, God, it was so good. Yeah. Seems like all I did in the Midwest was eat. But everything tasted so good, And people knew how to cook homemade stuff. Reminded me of home. What can I say? But it didn't do anything for my girlish figure, trust me. But I do like Blackberry Cobbler. I would take it over blueberry any day. I used to buy blackberries in a can because I couldn't find them where we lived at the time, and drain them and put them on Rice Krispies. Oh yeah. And have a bowl of cereal, see where that was going. Or sometimes I just like to cut up really good fruit that's been sugared and cover it with heavy cream, like good peaches. Oh, God. Yeah, I know how to eat. Problem is, it attacks my hips every time. So, yeah. Good stuff. Good food. Now it's making me hungry. See, I'm going to have to get up and cook yet. No, I'm just going to heat up my soup, and that is going to be what I have for today. I don't think I got any. I've got some multigrain wheat bread that I can have with it. If I don't make the cornbread, but I'd rather have the cornbread. And sometimes I'll just break up the cornbread and put it in with my ham and beans. See, when I was at home, when I was younger, we only made ham and beans with navy beans, and I never was real keen on that, or white beans. Not the big fat ones, but just navy beans. That was my parents' idea of ham and beans. Then we got to Texas, and then you got to cook everything with pinto beans. But that's okay. So when I got on my own, I started using red beans, and then you had the New Orleans thing, so we had to have red beans and rice. Oh yeah. So I make my ham and beans a lot different than my mother did. I was like, when I finally got to pinto beans and red beans, I was like, where have you been all my life? Because I really didn't like those navy beans. I don't know, they're funky tasting. But, still, no. I just thought we'd have a long stitchy session today. I just felt like stitching and yapping. And that sometimes doesn't happen very often. So this might be a little long today. But it's just nice to be inside someplace where it's warm and stitch and just let everything melt away and just concentrate on the stitching. Because that's the fun part. And don't make it too hard, But I have stitched in the past month or so more on my, what do you call it? Pre-stamped cross stitch than I have anything else. So. Oh well. It'll be okay. Everything else is just deal. And I almost got out my paints the other day. But I was like, no, I don't want to get that mess out. And then, I've got stuff sitting around that I don't want to get paint on. I'm kind of a messy painter. But, oh well. This is just being a poop today. What is the problem? There we go. Just trying to cinch it up a little bit and get it to lay flat. So I don't know what I'll find to watch on Netflix and YouTube, and I may put in one of my audiobooks and just sit there and listen. Don't know. Can't say. We'll see. Well, we're making some progress. Yeah, I left this mess because it was too jumpy over here. Can you see how confetti it is? I don't know that it is and it isn't confettied. I guess it is. It just looks confettied. But that yellow kind of jumps everywhere. So. And I can't think of anybody else that I watched that was doing anything different. I don't know. I'm just kind of put the brakes on the buying thing for a little bit. We'll see what happens. I just don't know. My daughter and my son-in-law were supposed to go down to Salida today. You know, he was going to be driving. They got a four-wheel drive. But like I said, there's not much out there on the road. Doesn't look like it just fell straight down. And he's used to driving in good, bad, and indifferent weather. So we'll see. They had to go get him some work clothes, and she was going to look and see what was down there as far as any kind of little tiny kits, you know, that maybe my granddaughter could start on. So we got them all thinking about it. We'll see. Oh, catch. Well, guys, if I can get a hold of it. We've almost finished one whole piece of thread. Almost. And that didn't take too long. I know, if I could just keep up the pace, that would help. Oh crap, I worked myself right down into a corner. Alright, that looks like a good place to quit then, because it's too far to the next one. I think, yep. Alright. Alright guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and that way you will know when the next video comes out from me. Stay safe, stay healthy. Let me pull this out so you can almost see what is going on. I can't scooch it any further, so we're getting there. Y'all have a great rest of your Sunday and a great rest of your weekend. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Keep stitching. Bye-bye.